Now introducing the starters for your San Antonio Spurs.
Coming down the stretch, I bet it's tough for teams on the bubble to not get a little antsy, Clark.
Well, for me, B.A., this is where veteran leadership comes into play and is so critically important. They're the ones that can guide the ship and keep a team focused on what it needs to be focused on and striving to play its best basketball at this time of year.
Here are the starters for Houston. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Tari Eason is out there with Amen Thompson, and it's Durant in at the 3. Here's Durant. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Durant's pull-up is quick and smooth and virtually unguardable. So agile he is for a 7-footer.
Misses the 3. Fox surveying the D. On the take. Pass to Wembanyama. Castle for 3. Knocks down the long J.
You're upgrading the three-point shot. It's big for Castle as he continues to develop.
Outside Eason. Houston working the ball around. And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Şengün. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
Şengün showing his touch there. That's a tough spot for a big.
And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Eason against Castle. Back to Durant. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They've missed just 1 of 5 shots so far. I like the look of this offense.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for San Antonio. We talked about Kevin Durant and just how challenging a matchup he is. He told me, quote, his length is what makes him so difficult. Throwing that quick release on his jumper, all we can ask our guys to do is get a hand up on any shot they can. We'll see how effective their defense is on Durant tonight. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Operating from mid-range, that's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Here's Fox. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Durant against Fox. Durant with the bucket. Durant's got 6 points.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
And it's Fox with the jam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And Houston has possession. San Antonio getting their last shot to go from outside the arc. Şengün, no good. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Champagnie, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Durant. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Blazers. A nice shot by Smith.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
So San Antonio ends up going with a new group. And then for Houston, Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. And it's Shepherd in for Eason. Here's Harper. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Outside Olynyk. Harper passes to Johnson. Rockets with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Okogie's checked in for the Rockets. Van Vliet comes in for Thompson. Here's Shepherd. giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. And that one drops.
And Shepherd is a guy who plays below the rim, but he's got excellent touch inside.
And Harper gets it to go.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Van Vliet. Last game for him, he had 14. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
How about the poise from Van Vliet? Knocking in the floater.
Pass to Harper. Outside Johnson. Here's Harper, guarded by Van Vliet. And Harper gets it to go. Harper's got his second bucket on the night. Houston in the lead. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Harper misses. Houston has gone 1 of 4 from deep. For 3. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Shepherd. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
Just another day doing what he does. Van Vliet lines it up and drills it.
Here's Plumlee. Uses the glass on the layup.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Okogie. And the ball out of play. The Spurs will have it.
Houston substitution. Alphonse Sengun. Jayshawn Tate.
It could go. He knocks it down. But wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to...
After review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And they're going to take another look at the replay to make sure. But to me, it looked like he got it off in time.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay to get these big calls right.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And B.A., you can argue against replay all you want. But at the end of the day, you want it to be a level playing field. You want the call to be correct.
Tie game in San... Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Victor Wembanyama. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Harper. Then there's Johnson, and it's Champagnie at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Yeah, great finish from Johnson, leaving no room for error with the slam.
Houston has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Sengun, a screen on Fox. Van Vliet with it. Fox picks him up. And here's Shepherd for 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Their last game, a win against the Clippers. Looking to carry it into this one.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
Yeah, the dunk by Wemby might be the most effortless dunk you'll see.
The Rockets trail. Here's Shepherd. 5 points in the game. Pass to Van Vliet. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. And here's Shepherd for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. The Spurs have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Fox. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
And the Spurs with some changes. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And Castle subbed in for Harper. Durant, he's checked in for the Rockets. Now here's Van Vliet. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Sengun, the screen. Will it go? And the three-pointer is good for Durant.
Obviously, the defense has its eyes on Durant with the ball, so he cleverly uses the pick and roll to create some space.
Fox, that's good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Durant. Shoots over Vassell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Durant's got 11 points.
I don't think KD's mid-range game gets enough recognition. I mean, if he has any kind of space, that mid-range shot is like a layup for him.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
And Houston has possession, following that last three-pointer by San Antonio. Back to Van Vliet. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Here's Van Vliet, following that last three-pointer by San Antonio. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Champagnie. And then for Houston, Smith, he's checked in for Adams. Eason comes in for Shepard. And it's Amin Thompson in for Van Vliet. Now here's Şengün. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Back to Durant. Oh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Durant has definitely been on one tonight, knocking down shots for himself at a high rate.
Eason with a steal. It's 2-on-1. He launches a three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Fox. Thompson pulls it in. Houston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to Şengün. Smith outside. Eason against Castle. Outside Durant. Over Vassell. That doesn't go either for Durant. San Antonio leading. Fox, the pass to Barnes. Basket counts. Barnes has got his first bucket in this one.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. San Antonio moving the ball around. Wemby, unstoppable and close.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Durant. Rebound by San Antonio. They traveled to Houston last time they faced the Rockets. Came away with a win.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight, to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Şengün. The kick to Durant. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Here's Fox. Fox takes the hit and scores.
And there's a bit of the explosiveness from Fox. Really tough to contain there around the rim.
Now Durant. He's got 17. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Fox for 3. And so the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the San Antonio.
This has been a display of what we often talk about on this show. Unselfish ball movement usually leads to better shots.
and now as the regular season marches on. Thanks for tuning in.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So the Houston Five right now. Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Tari Eason is out there with... Thompson, and it's Şengün in at the center position, filling out the middle. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity, and he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Brian, back to you.
The love for the game. Allie, appreciate the report. Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Harrison Barnes comes in for Vassell, and Keldon Johnson subbed in for Castle. Smith, and that comes off the assist by Durant. Smith's got 5 points.
I mean, he loves a challenge. That's something Smith will get a lot of at this level.
Johnson with a bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And they get it back. And they pick up 2. Şengün's got his third basket on the night right there.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Here's Harper. Johnson passes to Olynyk. Stolen by Thompson. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Here's Smith. Good on the shot. 7 points in the game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
San Antonio's got all 4 threes to drop from downtown in this game. Now here's Plumlee. Shoots over Şengün. Yes, it's good. Plumlee's gotten his second bucket of the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Rockets trail by 4. Here's Durant. The quick look, no good that time. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Plumlee. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. You know, the more you watch Şengün, the more you wonder if he's just a guard in the body of a big man, Clark.
Well, that's a pretty astute observation, B.A., because his passing is elite. I mean, his vision, he sees a half a play to a play ahead. I mean, you can actually run offense through Şengün.
Just showcasing his athleticism on that jam. Harper loves rising up and dropping the hammer.
Here's Durant. 17 points in the game. Outside Eason. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Counted from distance.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And here now are the teams that have made a difference with their defense in the past 10 games. The Spurs, 4th. The Rockets in 5th.
Both rosters filled with riverboat gamblers. These guys are looking to create turnovers every possession.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Shepherd, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rockets trail by 4. For 3, Durant. Rebounded by Champagnie.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Thompson outside. Pass to Shepherd. Durant for 3. Sinks the tray. Durant's got 20 points.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Here's Champagny. The 3, Vassell. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Shepherd. He's got 5. Inside. What a throwdown from KD.
Durant always ready to throw it down. You can't let him get close to the rack.
Here's Fox. Sinks that one from the post. And that's 12 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Pass to Şengün. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Why even try in there against Wembanyama? I mean, it's just too difficult.
Houston making some changes. Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Finney Smith comes in for Smith. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Thompson. Wembanyama. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for San Antonio?
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Here's Durant. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. The 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And Houston has possession. San Antonio getting their last shot to go.
Well, he certainly hit some turbulence here, trying to get it cranked back up.
Fox with speed, and the shot goes. And now it's a 12-point Spurs lead.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
I mean, a smart shooter. I like watching VanVleet measure the defense and stick them with the J.
Let's go with a 3. Vassell can't get it to go. Now here's VanVleet over Fox. That'll count. And so it's San Antonio earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back after this word. The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Houston has possession. It's a 10-point game. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Champagny at the 4-man position. That's the San Antonio 5.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
The 3, Vassell. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists tonight.
Always ready and willing to fire Vassell from the corner.
And it's Stephon Castle with a foul. That's his first foul. And Houston making a change here. Holiday is checked in. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Trailing by 10. Here's Shepherd. Nice D from Vassell.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Shepherd after the basket by San Antonio. VanVleet outside. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Durant, he's checked in for Holiday. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
I just love the ball movement.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Vassell with the rebound.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Castle for 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Adams with the ball to stop the run. And block. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Vassell. Over Durant. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
Rockets trail by 21. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. And here's Şengün. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
After a quiet first half, he's really turned it on.
Castle goes in, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, and that's where Castle is most effective, when he's getting downhill and attacking.
Here's Van Vliet. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And one of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Victor Wembanyama.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Eason. There's the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on an 18-4 run. Barnes passes to Johnson. Shoots over Eason. The shot by Johnson, no good. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. Now here's Durant. 4-3. Houston with another miss.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
From deep, Harper. The Rockets pull it in. Pass to Thompson. Shakes him. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That's amazing play down in the big boy area, powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Great speed for Johnson, especially with his size. I mean, he got to the rack in a hurry. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And it's another win for this team. 54 victories for them this year.
And it's clear who the better team is. They sweep the 4-game season series, just dominating them.
We don't see conference opponents get swept very often, but this has been total domination.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Victor Wembanyama.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's gonna sleep well tonight. And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put that. Hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now here's Thompson. 6 to shoot. Takes it inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Here's Harper. And that one's good.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Now here's Şengün. Outside Durant. No good. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. With the drive, Harper. Thompson with some nice D. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.